Welcome back everyone, and welcome to the capstone subject for many of you for the Associate Degree in Applied Business, ZAA204, Entrepreneurship and Innovation in a Digital Age. This subject will assist you to bring together the knowledge you've learned and the skills developed through your whole course of study and place it within entrepreneurial and innovative contexts. This subject creates a practical awareness of the concepts of entrepreneurship, including social entrepreneurship and innovation, and how they can contribute to business competitiveness. One of the intended learning outcomes, for example, requires students to identify, apply, and transmit an approach to develop an entrepreneurial and/or innovative idea. The idea of entrepreneurship and innovation is applicable to every organisation and is not simply limited to organisations that are created to turn a profit. Australia has many examples of innovative ideas that happen within both the not-for-profit and government sectors. On completion of this subject pair of ZAA204 and ZAA207, you'll be able to meet the following intended learning outcomes. Number one, explain the concepts of entrepreneurship and innovation in the context of contemporary business. Number two, explain the relationship between entrepreneurship and innovation, drawing on practical examples of e-businesses and of emerging technologies to illustrate. Number three, identify, apply and transmit an approach to develop an entrepreneurial and/or innovative idea. Number four, identify and evaluate areas for professional skills development and exhibit responsibility and accountability for engagement in ongoing development in professional learning in your chosen field. Number five, apply and transfer discipline knowledge to adapt or solve complex problems in a range of work-related contexts. And number six, critically review your understanding of responsibility and accountability of your own learning, as well as creative thinking, reflective and workplace skills when working with others. A number of guest speakers for tutorials and workshops will be arranged to discuss the full range of entrepreneurial ventures, including business startups, not-for-profit innovators, and government innovations. These guest speakers will provide fantastic examples to follow, as well as motivation to create your own project. A question and answer session will follow where you will have the opportunity to probe further, particularly in relation to your own project. We'll also provide links to events related to entrepreneurship and innovation that you may wish to attend. Students will also be exposed to a whole range of topics that will enable them to add value to their organisations, including an entrepreneurial and innovative mindset. The following major topics will be covered through the weekly content: entrepreneurial thinking and process, social entrepreneurship, the art of innovation and idea generation, turning innovation and ideas into reality, obtaining funding and venture capital, the art of the deal, e-commerce and emerging technologies for entrepreneurs. Tutorials will be held weekly from weeks 2 to 8, depending on demand. They'll be held on a Monday evening between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. The Hobart tutorials will also be recorded, and video will be taken of any guest speakers. Recordings and/or videos will be uploaded to Milo on the following day. 2 workshops will be held during the term. The first one on the 10th of November in Launceston, and which will feature a fantastic guest speaker, or maybe more. The second workshop will be held on the 8th of December and will be compulsory for all students, as this will be your Shark Tank presentation of your final assignment proposals. It is intended to run a workshop at Hobart, Launceston and the Cradle Coast on the same day. The assessments will take into account general knowledge of the entrepreneurial process, as well as interviewing an entrepreneur of your choice in any sector, with the final assessment in part requiring students to present their own proposal in a Shark Tank situation in front of judges from a range of sectors. You'll be able to undertake entrepreneurial or innovative projects within your own school setting or any other venture you are inclined to undertake. Where possible, we'll provide industry-based mentors for you to discuss your project with. Specifically, The following 3 assessments will be required, incorporating both discipline knowledge and practice and portfolio requirements. The first assessment task has 2 particular parts to the assignment. The first part requires you to write a blog on Milo discussion board in response to the following questions, and we need a minimum of 200 words for each question. First one, in your own words, how would you explain the concept of entrepreneurship? Second one, how would you be able to innovate in an existing business? Number 3, how is a social entrepreneur different from a business entrepreneur? Number 4, what is the main aim of social entrepreneurship and what is a social enterprise? Number 5, list and explain 5 special entrepreneurial characteristics that social entrepreneurs possess. As part of the practice and portfolio component, the second part of this assessment requires you to conduct a brainstorming session with at least 2 other people, either from your workplace, family, or businesses. In the brainstorming, set a time limit for 10 minutes, then think of at least 3 products or services that either do not exist currently or you think could be improved. Within your group, select one of these products or services and complete the Scamper template provided, which should be uploaded to Milo. The assessment criteria, number 1, demonstrated critical thinking and research skills in provision of answers to the questions posed is 40%. And number 2, demonstrated understanding of brainstorming and idea generation techniques through group discussions and completion of the template is 60%. Task length, as I said, blog answers 200 words to each question minimum and 1 to 2 pages for the Scamper template. The due date is the 5th of November at 11:30 p.m. For assessment task 2, you will be required to interview an entrepreneur of your choice. This could be someone who's been in business or someone who's created an innovative new product or service, whether for profit or not for profit. This person can't be a relative or close friend, but someone you found through your own research. You will need to make up a set of 8 to 10 questions to use in the interview. The answers should be recorded in your interview report, which is uploaded to Milo. If you would like to record the interview, you will need to obtain permission in writing from the entrepreneur being interviewed and attach this to your report. Your tutor will provide a list of possible questions you could use, but you could also make them up yourself. For the practice and portfolio component, you will need to provide a 1-page minimum, around 500 words, self-reflection of the information provided by entrepreneur in the interview and include that in your report. The assessment criteria are 3. Number 1, demonstrated ability to formulate the questions and organise the interview is 20%. Number 2, your ability to conduct the interview and record answers in a succinct and clear manner is 40%. Number 3, evidence of self-reflective thinking based on interview answers collected is 30%. And there is a final 4th one, demonstrated excellent written communication and report writing skills for 10%. Your task length is 1,200 words minimum, and the due date is the 19th of November at 11:30 p.m. Your final assignment is the really interesting one. Of course, it's all interesting, but this one will really stretch you a little bit. You'll develop your own innovative business or social entrepreneurship idea, and presenting this to a panel of judges comprising industry experts and academics. The presentation is to take no more than 10 minutes. Your presentation can take any form you like to convince the panel to invest in or back your idea, and they will score its viability based on a number of parameters, including originality, creativity, viability, and your delivery on the day. In addition, students are to prepare a detailed business case based on a template provided on Milo. For the practice and portfolio component, you are to discuss your idea with and obtain input from the entrepreneur you interviewed for assignment 2. This input will be a minimum of 2 pages and appended to your business case. The completed business case is to be uploaded to Milo under Assignments, Assignment 3. The assessment criteria, number 1, entrepreneurial and innovative Shark Tank proposal, including originality, creativity, viability, and your delivery is 40% of the mark. Number 2, completion of a detailed and convincing business case in support of the Shark Tank proposal is also worth 40%. And number 3, the input to the proposal from the external entrepreneur is 20%. Task length is the Shark Tank proposal on the day in December is 10 minutes long. The completed business case is as per the template, and input from the external entrepreneur around 2 pages. Due date is the 8th of November for your Shark Tank proposal, which you'll do live, and the 10th of November at 11:30 p.m. for your business case and report. It's important that you familiarise yourself with the subject outline available on Milo and contact me if you have any questions or concerns. I strongly believe that you will enjoy this subject immensely, and it is designed to stimulate your creative mind and also to open you up to new possibilities and hopefully add value to your workplace through entrepreneurial and innovative ideas.